I reviewed Void Crew back in September 2023, and I haven't really played it much since then. But a new update has just come out, and it's called All Hands on Deck, and I was going to say it totally changes the game. It doesn't totally change the game is the same as it was, but it does add the following new things. A survivor game mode, which is basically one location and it just goes on until you go boom. Official 6-player support, that's the biggie for me. 6 players is way better than 4 players. It does make quite a big difference having 6 players. It's really, really good fun. Also, we get a payload launcher. The pilot fires missiles, which is, we only saw that in action once during our time playing. It has save game support, which is huge as well. You can save the game. As the host, you save the game and then you just come back whenever you're ready. If you have to go away for a few hours, get it saved and come back. You couldn't do that before. It also auto saves, which is great. It isn't as hard to get started as it used to. There's been a difficulty change. It was very, very brutal, Void Crew, when I played it 2 years ago. Now it's a smoother start for everybody past the first boss, which is really good. Gives you a foothold in the game without wrecking your ass. There's also mutators where you can customize the game. There's new loadouts, equipable emotes, and lots of other quality of life things. I streamed this the other night and we played it a few nights earlier than that, so I've been in it twice since this new update dropped, and we're going to do it again. We're going to stream it again because it is such a damn fun game. So I just thought I'd let you know that there's been this update for the game. If you want to know in depth what the game is about, watch my original review, but essentially you're on a spaceship. There's different spaceships that you can get. You select the mission that you want to do, choose the kind of role that you want to play. There's a perk tree for each role, and then you head off on your mission. You warp out. Make sure you're sitting down when you warp or you'll splat off a wall, as some of us found out. You get to your destination, just get straight into your role. You'll have an engineer who's basically power management on the ship. Every system requires power. If you overload it, the system breakers will break and they'll trip, and you'll be left without power, which can be absolutely deadly. The scavengers who actually leave the ship through the airlock and go to derelict space stations and things like that, it's up to the pilot to get them within range, drop them off, and then come back and pick them up when they've found all the loot in there. Then you have the gunners, whose job it is to keep the ship safe. It's common in a mission to be under heavy attack from sniper ships, bomber ships, there's even boss fights, and have men that's off the ship in places looting while the engineer's frantically trying to keep the power going. It's all exciting stuff. When you've got all the loot, completed the objectives, everybody back on the ship and try and warp out in one piece. And there's different types of missions, like I say, there's boss fights, lots of different scenarios. And the good news is you can craft better items with the loot that you actually get, bigger guns and stuff like that. And there's lots of mods for the weapons as well. So it's all exciting and all good fun. There's not a huge player base at the moment. The game's 2-year-old now, but there's a few coming back with this new update. But my advice is to buy this with your friends and all come in together. That way you'll have the most fun anyway. So there you go, guys. Void Crew just had a big update and it's awesome.